Well, greetings there, fellow wanderers. Jacob Wile here,
And Tiki too.
and welcome to Wandering Over Yonder, the vlog series where I take Tiki here on a voyage through Craig McCracken's madcap Disney XD series Wander Over Yonder. Having been to the show before, it is my job to take him show him the ins and outs of this strange universe. And this time we have the traveler. The tourist, tourist.
Two words. Yes, yes.
I
Starring
know.
Violet Stimpleton from Rocket Power. Hell yes.
Edie McClurg.
Oh my god. All right. Such a pleasure to hear that voice in a cartoon again. Oh, I'm just a Midwesterner.
Yeah, I
All right.
never. Well, I never watched Rocket Power.
Oh, Rocket Power is the shit, man, but we're not here to talk about Rocket Power. So,
Nope.
folks, we've been taking kind of a little bit of a break over the Labor Day weekend with the channel. Sorry, things have been a little slow. Kind of been taking it easy, but we are back. We are back in full swing with Wandering Over Yonder. So, Jacob, we are talking about The Tourist. This is the episode that comes before the kind of two-part, almost like event that is the day and the night that I'm looking forward to. But let's break this down. I thought this was a very fun episode. It might have been a little too kind of leaning on pushing the moral, but overall, I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yep. The last episode, even though these different episodes aren't really paired together, it's just last episode was about Sylvia, going overboard, and this one was about Wander going a bit
I think this
competitive.
episode was a lot better than last episode. We kind of talked through that last one, and I still think that was probably like among my least favorites of the episodes that we've covered thus far. But this was a big improvement, I thought.
Yep, it shows Wander at a vice.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I don't know, Jacob. What do you think of the whole like the random wordplay at the start of the series or start of the show, the episode where, oh, you've been to this place and this place.
It was like, how did the voice actors manage to do that?
A
Or did
loo, a ding a ling a ling a ling. You've been to the flooshy slooshy sloo.
like did they actually write that down, or did they just make up
I
words?
want to say that flooshy slooshy slew was in the script because Sylvia and Wander go to it later. But other than that, like aloha ding a ling a ling, it's just like random, just cartoon sound effects, basically.
All onomatopoeias.
Oh god. Okay, so we are introduced to Trudy Traveler, aka Violet Stimpleton from Rocket Power. Like I said, very, very happy to hear this voice actress again. She's been in a lot of stuff, Jacob. I checked up on her IMDb page. She's a very, very prominent character actor on TV shows. She usually only pops up for like one or two episodes, but I mean, go down her list. She's been on freaking everything. It's kind of ridiculous. So
I don't doubt I've heard of her elsewhere.
yeah, so really fun to see her.
I just never watched Rocket Power.
Well, Rocket Power is definitely the thing that I remember her from, and she was practically playing the same exact character. The whole like, oh, I'm just a pleasant Midwestern wife. All right. So, Trudy Traveler, Jacob, this character is just an adorable grandmotherly figure on the outside, but on the inside, she might arguably be one of the darkest characters we've met so far on the series. Would you agree with that?
Well, maybe. Well, the ones we've met, yes.
Because oh my god, I mean, she pulls some pretty nefarious shit throughout the course of this episode. Okay.
Not to mention the way she manipulates it.
Yeah. All right. So let's kind of talk through this. So Sylvia, uh are we getting like a Miriam Pataki like smoothies thing going on with Sylvia? It seems like she's always wanting to drink.
I don't think. Well, no, it's just their vacation. She just wants to sit down and relax.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying, like this. I'm just kind of making a joke that this is like the second episode we've seen where Sylvia's whole story arc is like, I just want to sit down and have a goddamn drink, Wander.
I don't think I don't think she's drunk.
All right. Yeah, it's not a Miriam Pataki situation.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely not. She's definitely not that drunk.
Oh god, I'm just gonna make some more smoothies. All right.
Yeah, definitely. She doesn't have that much smoothies.
Okay. So let's see. So we get this competition going. They're going to go to the flooshy slooshy thingy. I love how Sylvia's so, so accepting of Wander, just wanting to do all these things at first. It really does kind of speak to the friendship they have. And of course, Wander's like, oh, Sylvia is awesome! Which I like. I like moments like that.
Yeah, but then he wants to get it over with so he can compete.
Oh God, okay. And Teeter is like probably the funniest moment in the episode for me, Jacob, when he's going and saying it's like the timer is counting for old Slooshy, the old geyser parody. The timer's like counting down from 30 seconds, and he's just like, is it just me or is this timer thing kind of slow?
And that's he goes insane and he grabs a giant plunger out of nowhere.
Giant plunger just happened to be lying around, like you do. Yeah. I'm sure they have a giant plunger at Yellowstone as well.
Oh yeah, like when Old Faithful gets clogged.
Oh God. So
he just jumps up in the air, clogs it, and makes it go. He probably messed up years of natural history doing that.
Well, that's just the first of many things he's going to be messing up this episode.
I mean, for one who's generally like nice and willing to accept nature and all that, he's apparently competition, goes away.
Hey, everyone has their vices, man.
Yep, he's like, oh, nature and helping things are nice, but winning a competition's even better.
All right. So
that's basically what he's thinking throughout this entire episode.
Also, I love the moment where the countdown timer, it goes like from 26 to 25 and then back up to 26, and that's what really triggers him.
And gets the giant plunger.
Okay, so they run into Trudy again after that, and she's been to three different places.
And let's just say I'd hate to see the toilet that plunger was invented for.
Oh boy. Okay, so she's been to the Museum of Ginormous Antiquities. She's seen the world's biggest hoagie, and she stayed at the fancy schmancy motel. So by my count, I'm ahead by 3, but this isn't a competition. That'd be silly willy.
But if it was, I'd be winning.
I'm winning. And that's where like the dark nature of the Trudy character kind of comes into play for me. I'm like, oh man, this bitch really does have a dark streak to her.
I kind of think that I'll just save that. I'll just save my particular theory for the end of the episode.
Okay. Well, yeah, the end of the episode absolutely is kind of like a Shyamalan. It's the closest thing I've seen to the show pulling a Shyamalan, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'll bring up my particular thing later.
Okay, so Sylvia's kind of just briefly suggesting to Wander, like, maybe you're letting your competition get a little ahead of yourself, buddy. Competition, Sylvia, I'm offended. I'm just simply expressing a natural curiosity.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
a little curiosity. Yeah, a little curiosity is nice, but Wander does is full-blown competition paranoia.
Yeah, so Sylvia reluctantly agrees. Wander just like, yay, Sylvia! So they go to the Museum of Ginormous Antiquities. And I love this gag where they're just staring at something and we don't know what it is. And it's just like, it's so big. That cracked me up.
And instead of looking around, Wander just like looks at a bunch of postcards.
Yep, seen that. Beautiful, very inspiring, All right, done.
Next up is the restaurant with the giant hoagie.
You know what? Out of all the whole lesson of this episode is kind of stop and appreciate every travel site you go to, and I can't think of appreciating a giant hoagie any more than just fucking eating the whole thing. So I think this is the one time that Wander gets a pass.
Well, then other than completely taking it away from Sylvia.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But it's okay because
the point of the episode. The point of the episode. Yeah, sure. The point of the episode is that, but it's also enjoying it with others as well.
Of course. Yeah, you're right.
And he completely ignored Sylvia at that point.
No. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But
so I don't really think he gets a pass.
So they go to the fancy schmancy hotel where Sylvia is very, very allured by the spa, but Wander.
Yeah, after completely, well, since everything else has been ruined.
But Wander just literally just runs into the room, runs out. All right, we're done.
She's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sylvia's beginning to get very, very mad.
And then they run into Trudy once again with her motorized space scooter thing. Sylvia's
with
just
the
like,
with
oh,
the
I
bubbles.
really hate that sound. I really hate that sound. Okay, so Trudy has seen 5 more things.
Yeah.
And Sylvia's kind of started to question this. Like, that is literally impossible with how slow you move.
Yeah.
Kind of setting up for the reveal at the end there.
Yeah.
And Jacob, I just want to quickly point out the coolest thing in this episode I thought was the little postcard tablet thing that Trudy had.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
funny.
I don't know. I just think that's such a cool, like, imagine like a little device that was like the size and thickness of a tablet that you just had your vacation photos on, and it'd be like a universal postcard. I seriously want to fucking invent something like that.
That would be neat.
anyways. Because let's say it's not far off from like all the touchscreen technology we have. It'd be fairly easy to do. But anyways.
So next up, they visit the 5 locations in relatively quick fashion.
Yeah, do you even have them all? I kind of
Now, one of them was some kind of lure. One of them was like the last one was like some kind of lure. Like this dance has been unchanged for 10,000 years.
And then Wander just fucks all that up.
It's like done.
Let's see. He there's those plants that are about to mate, and he presses the lips together. Done.
The city of glass.
Oh God, the city of glass, Shatterton, I believe.
Yeah, that's it, Shatterton. Like you know,
I love the bus drivers just so nonchalant, just like, we have to drive real slow through here. Oh yeah.
There's a couple more, but I can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
Those are the funniest ones.
Anyways, so they cut back to Trudy, and this is where I start to be like, all right, what's up with Trudy here? Because she has been to Wander's like, we've been to 5 places, and then Trudy's like, oh, I've been to 4. 40. I'm like, okay, no, like 5 is one thing, 40, like I call major bullshit on this.
But she has pictures.
Yeah, she does have pictures. Yeah.
Which Wander somehow memorizes in quick succession.
Well, Wander did do that other thing with the postcards at the gift shop, so I don't know. Maybe he just has like really, really good memory.
Must be. Spirit of competition really drives him.
So he literally like rides Sylvia like a horse, like yeehaw!
Like he completely forgot that friend and all that.
Yeah.
Like that, he's like yeah, instead of like.
Did you just say yeah?
Yeah. And then she actually neighs, which doesn't help.
Hold on.
Like he treated her more like a.
And my phone's running wonderful. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He treated her more like a tool than an actual friend. So, which of course is obviously not a good thing for him to do, and really away from his natural character.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So we need to wrap this up quickly, though. So,
I was just saying that him treating her like a tool is more like is away from his natural character, which he doesn't realize at first. As they zip around the numerous planets, like just briefly touching them and going on.
Right. And as a traveler myself, Jacob, like I tell you, like I have not been anywhere outside of California for the most part, but that's simply because I love Disneyland so much, and every time I go back to Disneyland, I can't think of going anywhere else, and I just appreciate it so much. So it's like I take the time to like notice the little things, and it's the little things that make Disneyland a beautiful destination. So I don't know. I really dig the message of this episode to slow down and enjoy the places that you're traveling to.
Yep. But eventually, as they're about to catch up, Trudy, Sylvia's had enough.
Mm-hmm.
She finally puts her feet down and separates.
This is one of the more heartbreaking moments that we've seen so far on the series.
Yeah, when she's like talking about like my feet hurt. I can't tell you how thirsty I am. And then
I'm thinking about it.
And then he just straight up abandons her.
Right. She's like, okay, it's either her or me. And then it's like, no, like before she even said that, he was gone. I'm like, oh man, that's cold.
Yeah. And so he's racing against Rudy in all these great dislocations.
Yeah, the most notable to me was the carnival.
On the roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. And then I really like this moment. This is actually probably one of my favorite moments in the show thus far, Jacob, where they see the birth of the star.
Oh, yeah.
And it just kind of goes to show like the difference between Wander and Trudy and why Wander is a character that we want to root for.
Yeah, considering she just pokes his bubble
And
out.
I'm like, that is such a dark douchebag move on her part. I mean, it's not a major deal because Wander just automatically like rebubbles himself, but still, like, do you think she was like legitimately just trying to kill him in that moment?
I think she knew that he had the bubbles that could regenerate, but still, yeah.
So she was essentially trying to give herself a head start, but still, man, still.
Yeah, but still, she didn't really care either way. She just wanted to get ahead. But that's when, as Wander watches her speed away,
I've been doing this all wrong. Oh my god. Fucking A. All right, well, like no one calls my cell phone for like 2 weeks, and then suddenly I sit down to record a 20-minute podcast, and it's like blowing up. I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
It's fine. Good thing we're pretty much done anyway.
Yeah, I can't.
But what happens is like Sylvia's returned to planet Zizix. I believe that's what the first planet's name was. And it was like, 1 straw, please. And then it turns out Wander learned his lesson, and the lesson we've been pounding in this entire episode.
Yep.
Always
very nice moral to go out on.
First of all, to enjoy stop and smell the roses, and also enjoy the people you're with.
And of course, as they do that, Wander and Sylvia kind of start, playfully fighting over the beverage.
Yeah, that's one downside to having 2 straws in 1 glass.
I can relate to that because me and Adventure Blue Dude split a $40 alcoholic beverage at Trader Sam's bar at the Disneyland Hotel.
Oh god.
It was huge, man. It was like a fucking punch bowl. But yeah, there was definitely an element of like, all right, who gets a sip now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but without all going Lady and the Tramp style.
Oh god, no. Me and Adventure Blue Dude definitely did not go Lady and the Tramp style.
I know. I just saying that's what I said without doing that.
All right, Jacob, and then M. Night Shyamalan would be proud because we have one final twist in the episode.
Trudy was more than one person.
What a twist!
Like, did you see her, Trudy? No. How about you, Trudy? Did you, Trudy? No. How about you, Trudy?
Sorry, Trudy. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of fucking Jurassic Park with the video where it's like all the different Hammond show up, and it's just like, hello, John. Hello, John. Oh, how are you, John? Hello, John.
It's like, well, technically he did win.
Oh god.
Shut up, Trudy. And that brings me to my thought. I mean, it's not really a theory; it's just more of a thought that they all share like a singular consciousness or a hive mind or something.
Hive mind, yeah, I could see that. I could totally see that.
I mean, she's never seen again, and so it's not really elaborated upon.
That's disappointing because she's honestly a character that I'd like to see again in the show.
Who knows? Maybe in the ill-fated season 3, she would have appeared again. But
right.
But as far as the current run is gone,
Wander Over Yonder, the reboot, people. It's going to happen in like 2025.
But as far as I can tell, she doesn't appear again.
All right, so that's it for the 2 Earths. Jacob, any final thoughts?
Again, as far as people getting crazy over competition, I'd say this is the better one, even though I don't dislike Time Bomb as much as you do.
There's decent things about it here and there, but overall, I definitely think it's the most mediocre episode we've seen thus far.
But this episode definitely racks it up.
Oh yeah, big improvement.
Maybe because it's the focus on Wander.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think we already kind of established the big problem with the Time Bomb was just kind of the stereotypical bully characters that we had.
Whereas this one had like an old lady trying to be a competitor.
Right, exactly. And it was just such a more interesting antagonist, and that is 100% why this episode works so much better for me.
I said, and probably the fact that
Not just a
Wander's
jerk. She's like a passively aggressively like nice fucking Violet Stimpleton type, you know, like, oh, I'm just a Midwestern woman. Oh yes, so how do you do? All right, Jacob.
Yeah.
I really like this episode a lot. I would say it's probably within my top 5 that we reviewed thus far, like in the top quarter of episodes of the 20. Well, this is technically 19, but it's definitely in the top quarter of episodes. It's in the top 5. It's up there.
Okay, so which one's still your favorite now? The ball?
I would say the ball and the box are still my favorite. I would say this would probably be number 4 after the ball, the box, and then the one we just had at the gas station.
The nice guy.
Yeah, the nice guy, right. So this is probably a solid number 4 after those 3.
Okay, well, all right.
So you've kind of teased day and night a little bit already, kind of saying they're parallel episodes to each other. Anything else you want to say about them before we sign off?
Well, in the day and the night, in the day, it turns out that Wander and Sylvia had been captured by Lord Hater, but Wander while they were sleeping. Sylvia wakes up, but Wander stays asleep. The entire time they're trying to escape while Wander is asleep.
Oh dear. Okay.
and due to the events of the day and the night,
Sylvia's asleep.
And Sylvia's asleep, and Wander tries to
prevent. Okay. That's a great pitch. I'm looking forward to that.
and tries to keep her asleep.
All right,
but
we'll definitely.
And let's just say nature's pretty much conspiring against him.
We'll definitely be covering that very soon in the next couple days. Looking forward to it. Definitely going to try and crack out a few more of the Wander Over Yonder episodes before Star versus the Forces of Evil comes back in a week. Hell yeah!
Wait, what day is it? In the 12th? Oh yeah, the 12th. It
comes back next Monday, dude.
at a later time too.
Right on. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Hopefully, I'll be able to watch it. I still don't have cable.
Well, you have the internet, so with the internet, there is always a way.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully on Monday.
Right. And then we're also going to be covering Milo Murphy's Law when that comes out. The collaboration between Weird Al and the creators of Phineas and Ferb. Very much looking forward to that. A lot of animation stuff coming your guys' way, and also me and Blue Dragon 5 are going to be doing a lot of superhero content this month, building up to Gotham Season 3 and also the release of Luke Cage on Netflix. So tons of cool stuff coming your guys' way.
And come 2017, DuckTales.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, fuck yeah. We have to do a whole, like, retrospective on the original show before we do DuckTales. Okay. Oh, yeah. But, all right, Jacob. Thanks for joining us. And in the meantime, later, haters.
How about you, Trudy?
The flooshy, slooshy, 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 slooshy.